The IDF announced that Staff Sergeant Bezalel Zvi Kovach was wounded in northern Gaza on May 22nd, has succumbed to his wounds. Kovach from Jerusalem served in the Netzah Yehuda battalion, Israel's only primarily ultra-Orthodox battalion in the IDF. The soldiers of Netzah Yehuda have been fighting valiantly in Gaza, the Northern Front, and Judea and Samaria at different stages of this war. ILTV's Steve Leibowitz has more on this unique Army battalion that could be a shining example for expanding IDF service within the ultra-Orthodox community.
In 1999, the first unit of 30 Haredi ultra-Orthodox soldiers initiated what was called the Nachal Haredi. Within a couple of years, the IDF formed the first Haredi fighting battalion, Netzah Yehuda, Battalion 97. Today, the battalion is part of the Kfir Brigade, known as the Fire Infantry Division, which is characterized by multi-arena combat capabilities. The battalion's many successes earned it the Operational Employment Excellence Award in 2012 and the Chief of Staff Award in 2014. The battalion is currently the core of the Haredi ultra-Orthodox service in the IDF, and about 1,000 soldiers serve at all times in the training stages and in the combat companies. The battalion's soldiers serve a total of 2 years and 8 months in the IDF. The training course lasts about 8 months, followed by service as combatants for an additional 16 months. An ultra-Orthodox soldier is entitled to a year of school after 2 years of service in the IDF. The third year, called Ma'of, enables the soldier to complete his matriculation and studies in order to acquire a profession and earn a decent living. The ultra-Orthodox draft issue is currently a major political issue in Israel. The new security reality in Israel has prompted the IDF to say it needs more ultra-Orthodox men to serve. Enlistment in Netzah Yehuda has been brisk since October 7th. If more ultra-Orthodox men are drafted, there are expectations that the battalion can eventually grow into a full IDF division.
And you can now join the efforts to support Netzah Yehuda and donate by scanning the QR code on your screen now. Now, on the topic of ultra-Orthodox enlistment in the IDF, which has been a hot topic for many years, but perhaps not enough is said today about the ultra-Orthodox soldiers who are already bravely defending our nation and serving in the IDF in the Netzah Yehuda battalion. Now, here to speak with us about just that is Rabbi Klebanow, the president and co-founder of the Netzah Yehuda NGO. Rabbi Klebanow, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Just to start, I would love to hear from you. Why is there a need for this special unit in the IDF?
There's a tremendous need for Haredi soldiers in the IDF. The first and most prominent reason is because there's a need to mend the tear in the fabric of Israeli society. The Haredim have not participated in the military service after the establishment of the state, and that's caused a big divide. So the enlistment of these young Haredi men is doing much to do that. The other reason is that it's sharing the military burden. And very, very important is the fact that we're providing Haredi youth who are motivated, educated, understand the history of the Jewish people, so they're making excellent soldiers. Today we call them the modern-day Maccabees and King David's warriors.
And how can we convince more of the ultra-Orthodox community to want to take part in units like the Netzah Yehuda battalion and the work that you guys are doing?
We have to just do more of what we're doing. This is all about social change, and social change takes many years. So what we can do is, for instance, we have now opened a guidance center for Haredi youth to be able to have an address where they can come to, and we could guide them to the most proper path that's appropriate for them. We need to have pre-military programs. We need to have post-military programs. We need to find the best way to make these young men successful and lead successful lives. And that takes resources. And therefore, it's very important that we get funding for all of the programs that are so necessary.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, the draft law is currently leading the headlines in Israeli news. What is your take on this? And furthermore, what is the added value of having Haredi soldiers in the IDF?
think the biggest added value is what I just said, is that it's providing motivated youth to be combat soldiers, and that's very important. If you don't know what your roots are and you don't understand why you're fighting, then it's very difficult to be a motivated soldier. So there's a very, very big plus there. Plus sharing the burden and also mending the tear in the fabric of society.
Absolutely. Has there been an increase in interest in joining this particular unit in recent months through your organization? Yes, absolutely. The most recent draft or recruitment, which was in March, saw almost a double intake as far as the number of young men that are interested. And with the opening of this guidance center, we think that we will be seeing now an ongoing increase in recruitment. And how can our viewers best support the organization and the work that you're doing to mend these gaps in society? Well, we are a civilian organization that the IDF recognizes as being the experts in helping this cycle of Haredi recruitment grow. And therefore, since we are a civilian organization, we do get partial funding from the government. Most of the money that we raise is actually raised from the private sector. And as I said, we have pre-military programs for this youth ages 16 to 18. We have post-military programs to help them integrate into society and make a tremendous impact in the workforce. Because when you have the numbers, we have close to 20,000 veterans, and we have at any given time close to 3,000 soldiers serving in the Army. The numbers are growing. The impact they will have in Israeli society is tremendous, and therefore we need as much help as we can get. Absolutely. Well, Rabbi Klebanow, we are out of time, but thank you so much for your insights and for the important work that you guys are doing at this work. Thank you very much.